Hi and welcome to day 81 of our journey to top 100 in the world. We are on a nice way to getting up with the rating again. So we'll see if it will continue. We already got our first game, which is awesome. And so yeah, e5. My response that I play most often. From time to time I play Sicilian, but other than that, yeah. When I was younger, I played the Burst Defense, and also Petrov. I played too, but nowadays I switched to just e5 knight c6 or occasionally Sicilian. Because well, those are the best openings, and we can go for the martial attack, and I'll go for that. I'm getting more and more experience in this opening, which I definitely like. Yeah, we are playing the martial attack, and yeah, in the martial attack it feels like you are gonna be checkmating, but it just looks like that the checkmate is there when you are playing it as black, which feels awesome. And now d4, I don't think it's a move. You almost have to take as white to have something. d4 is bad, but I need to figure out why. Yeah, I really need to figure out why. I think I just take, because what else would you do here? But as white, yeah, just take on e5 and play the gambit. Accept the gambit. Yeah, it can't be anything else than capturing on d4. Now I think bishop e7, or I can take the knight. Those are the two moves I'm thinking about right now. I think I'll take the knight. Thank you, I just got it today. Even though, yeah, I had to get it done mainly because of the fact that it's summer, and yeah, I wanna have shorter haircut. Okay, queen took, so that means the knight is attacked twice right now, and I think I can defend it with bishop e7 or c6. c6 would get me, might get me into a bit of trouble, so yeah, bishop e7 looks very nice. And then bishop f6, because the bishop is a little under fire. You can imagine some lines, there were some lines, now they're eliminated, but there were some lines where I would be forced to take with the queen and then the bishop would be undefended. But it all should be patched. And yeah, I'm thinking just bishop f6 or rook e8, c5, c4 maybe. But the bishop gets this active diagonal. But it might be good anyway, though. Yeah, I kind of like this idea. I know about the diagonal that the bishop might get. But at the same time, this diagonal will no longer be an option, and my light squared bishop is also in a perfect spot. I can go knight f6 to hit the queen. Yeah, okay, how about c4, knight f6? I'll just improve my pieces, even though the knight on d5 is pretty good. I feel like on f6 it's even better because it's defending more. And also it opens up the beautiful light squad bishop, which I might use very easily to create some checkmate threats on g2. Also now I can activate the bishop to c5 or d6. There is also a checkmate threat. I got it covered for now, but I need to be careful about it. Now it would seem like it is the time to activate this bishop. Bishop g5. There might be a small danger. Okay, I think rook e8 is a good option. I want to put the rook there anyway. Knight f3, knight e4, and then bishop g5 to try to take the knight and then go after h7. I don't want to take the knight, and I'm not really sure if h6 is safe. Like, that's the issue here. But it just might be. Yeah, I think h6 is fine. It seems to be. I got bishop f8 too. Yeah, bishop f8 would combined with the knight defend both of the crucial squares, where the queen could deliver checkmate, also potential to g7, so I don't think that bishop sacrifices are relevant here. I would like to use the bishop for an attack, but it is true that the reason why it feels stronger for white is that the queen is already positioned in an attacking spot. That's the only difference, I would say. The queen c7 looks very nice. Grab a nice diagonal if needed. There is queen c6. The queen cannot really be attacked, and yeah, and the next move will be rook d8. Also rook d1 for my opponent is there. So this is actually a very, very equal position. Symmetrical pawn structure, however, very open. Still a lot of pieces remaining on the board. This could be a little bit of trouble. Am I in a bit of trouble with this? I don't think it's a huge one. However, it's not the best one either. Maybe queen f4. Bishop e5. The bishop has a very nice square on d4. Knight e4. Cannot go bishop c5, that's the problem here. Then bishop takes, and this will destroy my king side. But for now, I think I should still get away with rook d8. But maybe with this bishop d4, white has a slight edge. Knights are placed in the same spot. Rooks will be also in a very similar spot. Actually, this bishop is on the diagonal, and this bishop is also on this diagonal. And this bishop is on this one. So if I put my bishop on d6 to claim this one, then really the only difference would be in the queen placement, if you really think about it. Because yeah, of course, that then there'll be a difference that, yeah, this bishop controls this diagonal to the queen side and this only this diagonal, which is not that useful. However, there's not all that much of a play over here, so it does make a big difference. The diagonals that really matter now are the ones facing towards kings. I was also thinking bishop c8 to hit the queen and maybe push it away somewhere and then again. But that would lead us to a better position, but I don't think it works just yet. Okay, so my opponent takes on f6. I honestly don't know why. Oh, that's why. That's why I cannot go G0. I think there is still a way to save it, but it will be, well, not a lot of moves. If G6, I lose the bishop. So I cannot block it with the pawn. What I possibly can do is go king f8. That might be a way to try. We might give up a pawn in that line and maybe even some sacrifices. Okay, that was a nice find by my opponent. To trade a knight to create such a simple checkmate threat, but almost impossible to stop. I'm glad there's at least that king f8. And now I need to stop queen h8, or at least for it not to be a checkmate, which it currently would be. Which I think you can only do by playing g6. And just grab the h6 pawn. And I hope that that's all it is. But it is... Is it? You can take on g6 because there is a pin to rest my queen. Very strange one. And the queen has to defend f7. You can maybe sack it on point 2. Okay, bishop g7's gotta be a good move. Defends this pawn and traps the queen even more, but I realize I'm spending so much time to figure out the defense. I think I played the best move so far. Okay, let's take. And then okay, let's try this. Potentially get some back rank checkmate. Also take away f5. Uh-huh. Hmm. Okay, I need to try to go in a little more and try to create something, but it doesn't seem very likely that I can get away with this. No, and I'm actually not. You can just trade and that's it basically. And there goes another pawn, but I'm already in trouble with the clock. Wow, so that tactic actually decided it. Managed to find the best way to save it. I don't think that f5 and maybe even queen d7 was not the optimal way to continue, but I think king f8 followed by bishop g7 was the best way. Maybe it was not completely lost yet, however, not easy to handle. Can still try. There are targets. Okay, queen goes back there. Now I'm threatening another way to snatch a pawn at least. I'll still try to fight this out. Small chance, but the chance is there, I feel like. Oh. Yeah, capturing h4 was better, perhaps. Then there was got knight f5, yeah, I think it was all not so good. Now there's h6. Gonna be captured, yeah. Okay, so again, not the best start. However, I tend to catch up later and play better. This is only a first game, and games like these, there'll always be plenty. But thankfully, there are also the winning games. Next game, when will it load up? It should be quite fast here, still. Yeah, and we get a game. You see, f4. Then when I go in the main line with d5, I'll play d5 and then continue with g6. Oh wow, I can copy. I can copy with f5. That I think I will, because this way it should be equal. Like it just should be close to equal. If I wouldn't go for it, then the stone wall, it's fairly easy to play and not the easiest way to actually prove wrong that it's not the best opening. I'm gonna jump in now. Why not? If bishop takes, I think with the f pawn. I got c6 too. And the knight can never take. Wow. Well, b4, b5 is coming. Possibly. Do I mind though? Do I mind b5 being a move? Then I'll just develop. Put the other knight to f6. And I actually don't think I mind. I would just take and then take on d5. That should be good. Only problem might be that, yeah, b5, and then let's say I ignore the action on the queen side. One more move, then takes, and c5. And what white achieves by this is that the c6 pawn is a weakness, and the c5 pawn is an okay pawn, advanced pawn, you know? So yeah, that's it. Because the base of the pawn chain is here, but this might be another one, and c5 would not be. That's the only thing. But even that, it's not that significant, but it's something to play for, so that's basically about it. I got very nice knights here. I can even take and get the other one there if I want to, but I'll also need to understand that e5 is available here too for white at any given time. Knight goes back, going somewhere. I don't really know where. I don't really know where it's going. Might wanna get this bishop to d7 and maybe strike with b5. a6, b5, like, I don't know. White is advancing a lot on the queen side. So I possibly might want to try the same, but c5 immediately locks it down. No, this would not be bad. Line that I was thinking about with a5 would not be really good. Okay, I think I just go a6, and basically what this will accomplish will be the structure I was talking about with c5 and c6 locked. And yeah, that's quite about it. What's going to happen? I might try to strike with g5. That could be a nice counterplay. I don't think I mind losing this not very nice bishop. Okay, the g6 is under attack now, and would I mind if knight lands on g6? I don't think I would. Could move the rook and hit it later. Yeah, I can play g5. And advance on the king side, because that feels the... Yeah, that's the side where I need to create counterplay. This b5 for white, and there was g5 for me. I went for it. It is true though that, yeah, I got the breakthrough, but now it's not as easy to decide what to actually do with it. Okay, b5. Do I want to trade the a pawns down too? That can be an important decision. And I feel like I do for some reason. Even though white's got better potential to get there faster, maybe. Queen c7, I should be fine with this move. Yeah, and I am. I am okay with this move, and then, yeah, if pawn takes, I get rook b8, or I can even double up. I got the flexibility with the rooks, which is what I wanted to accomplish by playing Queen c7. If b6, then it might feel like white has shut it down a little bit too much. At the same time, white will double up or even triple up on the a file a lot easier because of all that space. I can't even go to a7 in that case. a6 is taken away by the bishop. So maybe a5, but then you can attack it too. It is the queen, so pushes it back to d8, most likely. Okay. I choose it not to play it, so I might even take, even though I would expect to lose it long term. However, I start to dislike lines with b6, so yeah, let's take and try to hold on to that pawn for as long as possible. And then, yeah, once it's lost, then it will be lost. But I got b6 too. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Oh, but there's a problem now with this. Can I go like rook c8 by any chance? Pawn takes, I take. Yeah, there is a chance. It is possible. Although, no, there isn't because of this tension. So maybe this rook can go there. Oh no, but that doesn't solve the issue of this rook being under attack. Let's take then, but the problem is there is also bishop b5 because of the pinned queen. Otherwise, it could still be somewhat fine. Okay, I have to take with the rook. Yeah, if bishop b5 would not be there, then I would have protected past pawn. And I would have 2 pawns for that exchange, but here with this capture, it's real bad. With this capture being possible, it's really not so nice. The pawn is under attack too. So do I push c5? Okay, let's try, but we might get even more trades. But at the same time, if the pawn remains backwards forever, then it's bad too. I need to push it. Yeah, I need to push it and possibly get it to c4. Or do I want to take? No, I don't want to take. If c4, then the pawn would be again protected. And even though it would be just one pawn, it would be something for that exchange. It would be a bishop. Which, imagine I give up that bishop for the knight, let's say. Okay, so we are capturing, I guess. So it is still a bishop. This position I think, prefer to give up this bishop for this knight and keep the knight on e4. That could just stand there forever. And it might be a nice compensation for the exchange, so it's not all lost yet. with the c4 move. But queens coming off the board doesn't feel like it would help me a lot. Although potentially even in end games you can get away with this. At the same time, if I decline somehow, what is it actually gonna change? Because I don't really see a way that would avoid a queen trade and my queen staying nicely active. Maybe queen c8 I can try. Okay, let's try queen c8 first, keep the queens on the board. And then push c4. That's for sure. Okay, there's queen a6 now. Queen a6 I missed. I was thinking about queen a8. So queen e8. If I take, then it's a worse version of the previous exchange because the rook would already be on the 6th rank, attacking this pawn, which would be bad. I could not even get the c4 move in. Oh. But isn't this an exchange back? By any chance? It seems to be. Seems to be. But then I would lose this pawn most likely. Can I take first by any chance? Maybe. Okay, now let's go for it. I'll win the exchange back, which I'm okay with. Okay, let's take the rook on f1. That definitely should be better. Rook to take. And now I don't even mind queen trade. There's a passed pawn. I got a bishop with the rook. Most of the times the bishop is better than the knight. But the bishops are mostly on one side. They are very close to each other. No pawns on the A or the B file. Queen b6 seems pretty good. Oh, I can't even play that. So yeah, I got weak e6 pawn, which isn't so nice. I'll try to go rook c7 and try to add more pressure to force, like, I don't know, rook c1. And the advancement would be quite difficult. And maybe I would even appreciate c6 because then there would no longer be pressure on the e6 pawn. Although it is hard to say, yeah, it is. There's tension between these two pawns, which might be helpful in certain positions where I could take and it would change the position a bit in my favor. And if white takes, I'm okay with that too. In basically every single case, I feel like it would only strengthen my pawns in the center. Because general rule says you that, yeah, capturing towards the center is better than outside the center. If that, there is 94. Oh my. Is it actually okay? I think it is. but it's not so obvious to see. Is it? Yeah, okay, it was difficult to decide with less than a minute. Knight d4 is the only move that... Oh, I should have gone rook c6 first. At least first. Oh, yeah. I think that would patch it. Okay, I'll take with the rook. Queen takes is the bad idea. You should have captured with... your knight instead, and it would be fine, I think. Here I'm just up a rook. So am I fast enough to convert this? Should be. I should be. I'm controlling the knight nicely. This is a passed pawn. Checkmate. Checkmate created. And it's almost impossible to escape it. Nice. Wow, but that was close call. But yeah, there were only moves to find in this position for white to actually be fine and perhaps even better. No, so apparently I was slightly better already. But yeah, knight d4 clear favorite. That was found, and now again. Yeah, okay, I had only rook c5. Otherwise I would be close to losing. Here apparently rook takes c5 first, but I was thinking... Oh, so I was thinking wrong. If you take with a knight... Okay, I apparently even got a checkmate, but there is also... like rook c6 or rook takes. Okay, but I missed this. I missed this too. I saw... But I saw that if queen takes, I'll end up winning a rook. So the only way was either rook b1 or to take first and then bishop takes c5, queen takes c6, I take, knight takes, and I take on e3. And we get this endgame that apparently is equal, even though I'm up a pawn. Okay, that was a close second game. I went down the exchange early, but managed to win it back. And wow. Almost 2600. Do I know him? He's from Czechia. I might have heard of him, but that's all. But yeah, if we win this, if I win this, you have to subscribe. Because like 25.99 rated opponent. I think I only beat players like like yeah, I think like 2450, but I'm not even sure if over 2450 I managed to defeat anyone. So yeah, really, this will be just a game that I can honestly enjoy because like such a strong opponent. Okay, isn't there d5 that I should go for? Or is it passed after e6? Or bishop g4? It should still be okay, so I can castle and then go see d5. Yeah, I'll definitely go d5 because I want to get rid of the isolated d pawn. And yeah, gain space, and I actually played very similar position as black recently. And I know that d5 was supposed to happen, even though my opponent did not go for it. But now there is knight a5 here. Maybe d5 on the previous move was better. Maybe. d5, knight a5. And then I can even go back. I can go to c2. Knight gets into c4, however. This should be defended sufficiently. You might have to give up your bishop, so yeah. Well, let's go for d5. I don't even have to take necessarily. I might not even take, honestly. I might not. Yeah, okay, I don't think I'll do anything. I was thinking I don't need to take. Well, okay, I don't need to do anything about the capture on b3. Yes, you don't want to lose a bishop here for no reason. However, you know, it's not the end of the world, and in certain openings, you simply lose a bishop, and it's very common. I mean, bishop pair, or bishop or knight. Let's put it this way, not just lose a bishop for free. That would be a very silly opening. And yes, I might get... Yeah. I'm getting double B pawn. Yeah, I feel like I'm already be defending this game quite a lot. What's the problem with this opening? I mean, exactly what's wrong. Although, yeah, the A-line has opened up, so that's nice. It's still playable. And yeah, rook e8 to defend e7. Now I'm thinking bishop g5 to pin the queen and put more pressure to the e7 pawn. Maybe rook d1, d6. If I can get this, I'm really happy. Close to winning, perhaps. If I would have these two moves on the board by now, but yeah, black gets move as well. And in this case, two moves. At the same time, the rook is very nice to place on the a file already. But on the d file, yeah, it would give additional support to the isolated pawn, which is almost always helpful. And the knight on b6 is placed quite oddly, because yeah, the pawn is just controlling it. Okay, there's just h6. Is it there? Is there just h6? It might be, but you know what? I take that. I take that. It's good enough. Yeah, it should be good enough, because I provoke a weakness, and now I'll try to trade the bishops this way. Don't tell me f6, and if I go here, you go e6. Oh, I could take the knight even. So okay, this should be fine. I want to trade these bishops. Without this bishop pressuring, it will be so much better. And then, yeah, only knights. Okay, knight c8, trying to get the knight to d6, apparently. That might be a nice blockading square. But I think I'll just take on g7. And simply do that. And now... Do I go rook d1? Yeah, the knight is coming to d6, that is for sure. So I think I'll double up on the e file instead. Okay, yeah, that seems pretty good. Just double up on the e file and put even more pressure. Now, a6 was played, so the rook is no longer that useful on the a file. So yeah, it definitely makes sense to put it somewhere else. I see knight f5 as an option in the future, but it's not that scary of a move. Yes, potentially knight d4, but there's a long way to go. A lot of moves to be played. This seems, yeah, still actually kinda drawish. I'll tell. Feels quite drawish. But that's okay. It's definitely fine. You know what? Let's go queen f4 and maybe try to get queen h5. Why not? Why not? I can try a few ideas. Maybe give a check first and then queen h4. That could be good. Because if not king h7, I would get a nice double attack. Although, yeah, there's knight f5. And it defends everything at the same time. So yeah, I mean, knight f5 is simply a move that solves quite everything. For black, however, what can I do here? I want to do something with the knight for sure. I think I can go pawn g4. I don't feel like there is a big attack coming up against my king. My pieces seem more like that they could attack black's king. Yeah, they are closer to both kings, in fact. Yeah, why don't you try to have an attack going? I'll advance the pawns even further. Maybe h5, g5. And this pawn, while it's isolated, it actually grabs a lot of space. Which is often the big benefit. Hello, welcome to the stream, and yeah, to this game against a very strong opponent. I don't know exactly where is black going with this. I'll move my king to h1 and hopefully that's good. My plan will be h5. I think that h5 is better than g5. Because I want to keep f5 under control. Yeah, h5 seems like a better breakthrough to go for here. If h5 and I take, there will be e6 for my rook. And yeah, if... Oh, there is knight b5 prepared to win the pawn. I'm pretty sure that that's it, basically. And I don't think I can even defend. Although it is only attacked twice, so if I would really try, maybe. However, I really like my plan of attacking. So I might even stick to that instead and potentially triple up and hit the e7 in return. Yeah, I'll go for h5. If black takes, get the g file. If g5, then I think I'll go to f3 and I got f5 under control so the knight cannot jump there. So okay, it has happened. I can give a check, I can go back. Seems like the two only options. Then I'll go to f3 instead and then rook e5. If knight b5, I can take and then rook e5. And I can save the d5 pawn. And black would double the pawns too. Queen a5. Okay. Putting more pressure here and there. I'm starting to sense a rucksack. I don't know if it works yet. And I'm not sure if I'm in time to set it up. It would be amazing. I'll go queen d3. This is a little dangerous coming under the rook. But I get the control over this, and also I might get rook e6, which is the rucksack I'm talking about, and then rook g6. And there would be a huge potential for at least a draw. Like that draw though. But I would be okay with that. g4 and b3 is under attack now. And I don't want to lose g4. I don't really care about b3. So yeah, I think I'll just go f3. And then if rook e6 would actually work, that'd be awesome. I think it should be working. Okay, let's go for it. I don't see a problem right now. It doesn't mean there isn't one. However, yeah, it might just be working though. If queen b2, give a check here. And if pawn takes, I should get a draw again. Only if black would somehow escape here, but that's not happening either. There it would actually be a checkmate. So black doesn't want to do that. For sure not. If black moves the rook, I think I'll take on e7. Should be just that simple. Queen c4. Yeah, that might be a little problematic. Now can I go rook g6? Oh wow. It is coming down to my last seconds. I'll go rook g6 now. Oh wow, and now I have to take and take here. And I'm getting my rook trapped. Oh wow. Yeah, okay. GG. But I think it was well fought. I think it was well fought. It actually was working. If black takes. But yeah, King f8. King f8 apparently the only thing. And was it already bad here? No, it was not. Okay. Oh, Queen c2 or Queen b1 first. And then Rook g6. Okay, yeah. That was the way. I was thinking about Queen c3 or Queen b1. However, I thought I go there. And I was not calculating King f8. Because I just thought that in all lines, I will snatch upon on h6. And that was just good. In this case, it forced a queen trade. And yeah, the rook was trapped. Well, yeah, only line I was calculating was King h7. And then I would go Queen c1 or Queen b1 and I would actually be winning. Wait, what? This would be winning? Oh, yeah, I guess it would. No, so you actually take. Guess makes sense. And like this. King f8 and then you go h6. No, Queen a6. What do you want to achieve here? That's very interesting. Oh, there's Queen e6. Would win the rook back. And there's actually Queen e6 in all lines. Wow. I did not even see Queen e6 winning the rook back. So actually the same thing would happen if this. Yeah, I'm just winning. But yeah, believe it or not. Yeah, the only way to be better here was Queen c4. That really shows quality of my opponent, because this was not an easy move. But if Queen c2, then what? Then again, only move to keep slight edge is Queen d4. And then Rook d1, Queen f4, Rook g6 now. King f8, which is essentially what we got, because again, if you take, there would be a draw now. Now you take Queen f3 and okay, the line continues, but okay, this would be crazy. Yeah, I could have seen it. I was considering both of these moves, but I just thought I can give a check and go back afterwards. Not even better here by any chance? Yeah, I actually am. If I give a check, apparently. This, King g8. And then Rook e6 again. And if fe, I don't even have an immediate check. Like, what is this? Currently take, hit the rook c7. And then I can go queen d3 and this still a draw. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna say well fought. I'm happy. Could have been at least a draw. But yeah, maybe even my first game ever against 2600 here on chess.com. It is possible that actually his FIDE rating is like, I don't know, 2300, which I've already played. Classical game. You know what? I'll also go for g3. And bishop g2. Wow. b5. Knight c6 and it's not that good, I guess. Wow. I assume I can go knight c3 here. I should be able to. I just attacked the pawn. That was the idea. Now I can go to d5 and attack it again. I really don't like this push for black. Oh yeah, c5 was perhaps better. I was thinking about a5. However, still I don't think that this is something you would really want to play. Yeah, I'll just keep harassing the pawn, and if pawn takes a3, I take that way. Okay, e6. That's fair, I think. Let's go to e3. That is definitely a good square for the knight. Potentially going to c4. Yeah, e3 seems like a great square. Bishop e7 now, yeah, pinning the pawn. Potential f5, but that would be quite crazy. And if I don't take now, then a5 will come. I take and I don't get anything from the a file, so I'll take and then join my a file control. Okay, now I'm thinking about just knight e2. If f5, I go d3. And if not, I castle and I got the bishop defended. But this is a very offbeat opening that we just played. And that we are basically still playing. It is only move 9, which I guess you can still consider an opening theory. Or an opening. But I must say I'm quite happy with this. This is still quite a weak pawn on b4. Although yeah, it will likely get supported by the a-pawn. But still, my rook is already very active. And it did not even have to move. Okay, so just knight e7. Perhaps preparing d5 or f5. That makes sense. Because currently this is the only pawn in the center. So yeah, definitely makes sense for black to try to undermine it. I wonder if I go d4. Or if I go just d3. No. The d4's gotta be better. It takes more space. And what if I take... I wouldn't even create another weak pawn. So I can push it, but then knight c6 and there is pressure, like in a French defense. But there is also the pressure to these pawns. But I understand if c3, then I would simply solve the problems for black. I can still take, and this pawn would be okay. But these two bishops might get off the board. Oh, you know what? Let's close it. Let's close it. But this decision will definitely affect the dynamics of the position a lot, because now this center is just closed, so you place it as a closed position. If I would take, we'd play it as at least a half open position. Queen b6. Yeah, there will be quite a lot of pressure put towards that d4 pawn. I can already see that. I can already see that. This knight is good here and bad at the same time. I'll try to push on the king side, because that's generally the strategy in the French defense, and the structure seems like a French structure, so I'll play it as that. And there you wanna push on the king side as white. So I'll push g4 to take away f5 and g5, and then knight f6 could be nice. And if bishop takes, then, you know, just put the queen on h6 and checkmate. Knight f5 would defend both very nicely, by the way. But I got a bishop, for example, and in that case, all you gotta do is remove the defender, and then checkmate is unstoppable. So that is one simple plan. Or I don't have to go g5, I can go h4, h5. But the advantage of this structure is that, yeah, it is basically closed, so you can do whatever you want on the king side, and you won't really get punished for it. If you can hold d4, that's the key pawn of the whole position. Key point. Now the defender of that pawn is under attack. And don't get me wrong, I can always go c3 and defend easily, but then I get another weakness. So if really necessary, if there would not be any other way, I think I'll go c3 and then deal with the second weakness. But for at least right now, I would rather not do that. Okay, I'll go rook e1. I want to unpin myself. Maybe not the best possible thing, however, yeah. When I unpin myself, and maybe knight g3 is also a thing to consider. Okay, so yeah, f6. Forget about this breakthrough, perhaps. Thank you. Wow, you already checked. Wow. Yeah, over 90% for a loss is actually pretty good. f6. I think I just go f4, right? That should make sense. Although most of the times you are told to take, but it would just increase pressure, and now I wonder. But no. Oh, that's not good. But f4 with the idea that I can take with the d pawn. Oh no, but I actually can. I thought d4, I have to move the knight, and then d3. Okay, or can I? Bishop takes. queen takes, d4, I move the knight, d3, queen f2. Also, if this f4 will be lose. So in fact, I simply have to take with the f1. And in that case, it's not good, honestly. Yeah, in that case, it's not good. If I have to take with the f-pawn. Okay, I guess now is the time to go c3. Now it is the time to go c3, but like I said, now I'll have to deal with another new weakness. At least, though, one nice thing I now see. Okay, so apparently black is interested in doubling up the rooks first before continuing to do anything on the queen side. This bishop is putting a lot of pressure. This rook was very nice, but now the file starts to be the file you want to have your rook on. Okay, let's trade this pair of rooks. I'll go back to f1. I technically wasted 2 tempies here. However, yeah, I think it's the best. That's why I played it. That's what it basically goes in chess. You think that something is best, and then, yeah, it will stick to that, I think, sometimes. Oh, and I cannot take with the knight. Yeah, I'll take with the bishop. But I better go to h1 or do something with the king fast. Otherwise, it won't be good. Okay, I'll go queen e1. And one good thing is, if pawn takes, I get bishop a3, and this is very nice diagonal. That's one thing I'm looking forward to. But to move this knight, I need to play king h1. Otherwise, there would be a pin, and yeah, black would simply take on e5. Bishop d. Oh, bishop d3 is a possibility now. However, yeah, I feel like I'll just trade these 2 bishops. Yeah, I'll just trade those bishops. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I guess I would rather keep them on the board. At the same time, I gotta do this in order to keep playing, I feel. Okay, a5 finally came in. What happens if I take? I give a new outpost. But I give a new outpost to myself. Hold on. Let's see, for a knight d6 is incoming. I would hit the pawn too. And if that, I even hit the queen. It might not be completely nice. However, I at least got something. And it doesn't seem bad. Like, you know, knight on d6 is definitely great. It is definitely great, like, undoubtedly. It just depends if the things around it are okay as well. Queen d3, queen f3. When I go knight g3 now, queen f3 may be a problem. But queen f3 will be played no matter what, or will it? I got knight g1 to stop that. Oh wow, I'm so low on time. Let's do this then. To win the e4 pawn. But this pawn is loose now. And it will attack the rook team. Oh yeah, and in fact... Oh no, it is actually not. I have still my queen on e1. I was already calculating after I take. I can also take with the knight. But I completely forgot about the clock in this game. Like really, I got in that classical game mood. But this is actually very bad. Okay, queen g3 is only move. Yeah, knight g1 was a bad move, but I got scared by that time. Queen g3 is only move not to get checkmated or lose a lot of material. Even though this... yeah, I'm losing at least a knight too. I can stop it, however, yeah, it's bad. So yeah, apparently that idea by capturing and going for the d6 was not ideal. Now there's nothing for me to do. Potentially, if black would try to take, I could run away with the pawn. So I can still hope that I see knight d4, but no. Don't, I can give a check. But that's about it. That's about it. Cannot even move anywhere with the rook. Okay, my opponent was pretty strong. Again, not as strong as the previous one. And I actually think that I played better that game against 2600. That was definitely a better game than this one, even though... How to say where did it go wrong exactly? Maybe, yeah, like I said, that decision to play e5 was not very good. What do you mean by chess 1v1? If I can ask. Yeah, here I'm just playing and waiting to lose on time. But now, yeah, let's play another game. And try to win this one, even though I try every single time. Not today, but I'll actually mostly, very likely make a stream on Tuesday at around the same time as this one is, where I'll be playing you only viewers, and that's what the stream will be about. So yeah, I can play against you there, but here I would prefer to just, yeah, grind. Okay, bishop c5. Now There's a nice line on bishop b6. You can castle, which is the main line. However, bishop b6 is a line I prefer. Now I can go to e4. Knight e3 is right here, huh? I was thinking it's not. Oh, well, no, it's fine. I only realized one thing, that I could have gone to c5, which is slightly better. But would I know? I can actually play c5 indeed. If knight takes, I take on d4 and attack both pieces. Why do you think so? I do think I need to try French defense with black. I never actually really played it. And even tried it. To be fair, like, that's true. That is. Yeah, now I think I'll take. And then bishop c6. And you castle long. Although. Now the c5 is under attack, so queen e7. And by this bonus attack as well. Yeah, that's what I actually plan on doing. If that's possible. But okay, I got actually both of these 2 pawns hanging. Now, I can solve it with c4 and c5. I'm quite sure. Although, if queen takes, no, that's fine. I got direct defended. So yeah, just come back Tuesday, this Tuesday. Okay, we got a capture on b6. How do I want to recapture? I think with the a pawn is better, yeah, definitely. Otherwise, the knight will just stand on d4 forever. And now I can get c5. And it should all be quite fine. It should all be quite fine. It might be more than fine if I get my bishop to e4. Today with white, I know, yeah, I played definitely one game that was pawn-off attack. And I don't know if I actually played another game. Yeah, I actually did. That was also, yeah, previous game. But that was very strange because I went for e4, we saw g6, and then g3, and there was like b5 from black. It was quite odd. Offbeat openings only. No, I cannot advance. Let's castle. Oh. I thought I'll defend like this, but there is knight g5. There is knight g5. In that case... Yeah, okay, I still should have like bishop e6. I still have bishop e6, but that's not really what I wanted to. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do with that bishop. I'll definitely have to go like h6. f6 is also very interesting in a lot of lines, but here it would give outpost. Maybe there's time for that. Let's go h6. And yeah, the sole bishop can just easily defend d5. So I can regroup a bit to, let's say, put rook on d8. Is knight h4 something now? Maybe I want to get d4. If I get d4, then it's really awesome. But knight h4 followed by f5 possibly is not that great to see. It really is not. I'll try to bank on the counter attack with d4 and against e5. But yeah, this is quite a I don't know if classical position that you see when you play a Scotch Gambit, but yeah, the dynamics with the pawns are just the same. Bishop g4 hits the rook, but the rook can take. So I should move. Okay, I cannot move back. I have to defend first. And then it might already be a bit too late. With f5, f6. Yeah. I think bishop c8 here. Yeah, bishop c8. This would attack a4. But yeah, I wanna keep my d5 pawn, if that's a possibility. Yeah, these two pawns simply will advance, so I have to advance my own pawns too to get a counterplay on the d file most likely. I'm looking forward to pushing d3. But to be fair, if e6, then I'm not really sure what will I do. Whether I'll take... Yeah, if e6, then it feels like white's faster. If I take fe, opens up another line, and the best e-pawn would be very dangerous. If I don't, e7 will happen anyway, and it could be even dangerous, possibly. It's hard to say, but I just don't want to see the pawn on e7. I don't, then knight g6 will happen too. I can bet. And I might get under a big attack quite easily. I can set up my own checkmate threat along this diagonal, which could be very useful later. Yeah, bishop is just coming to b7, although it is still doing a nice job here. But it will likely do better one on this diagonal. Okay, just queen f3, I don't really know why. To provoke bishop b7, I mean, yeah. But I'm not exactly sure why would you provoke it. What Yeah, bishop e7 and now queen g3 or queen g4. That was definitely the idea. Now f6. This is what my opponent wants to get, for sure. So I need to figure out a way, if there is one, how to stop it. Or at least defend against it. There might be queen e7, queen f8. That honestly seems the best. Just queen e7. Yeah, queen will have to defend g7. Okay, f6 I cannot take. I cannot even go g6 if I wanted to. Queen f8 only move to keep the game going. And now e6 could be possible too. Oh my. e6 I would take, I think. Yeah, e6 you take, but then you give g6 to the knight. Oh wow, yeah. Something went wrong actually very early. I'm not exactly sure what it was. Cause I'm playing Scotch Gambit myself quite a lot. Did I go g6 now? There is this check. But I should survive that check. And yeah, g6 should be the best now. It doesn't even attack the knight. That's the funny part. But that's the best thing, and possibly I got bishop c8 back to pin the knight to the queen and attack it. Also gain control over the e6, which, well, if e6 now, that would take queen g6, so maybe g5 was better. Then there would be h4 though. So okay. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. King h7 is better. You want to support these pawns with your king too. And now e6. Now e6. If I take... If I don't take, what happens? You can even take there. And then e7. But if I would go like rook d6 now... I might try rook d6. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for rook d6. If possible, I want to exchange pieces here. Because then, if we exchange down, possibly, I could be even better. Because I got the central pawns and they are protected somewhat. There's still d3, but that's too slow. I simply need to defend now. And hope I can defend, because it quite well could be already undefendable. But I still don't see the final knockout for white, which is good. There maybe was I think there was e6 instead of knight e7 check. That it was better to go e6 immediately. But now again, yeah, now I don't see it exactly how to do it. Yeah, if knight g6, I'll take and hope I can survive these two connected pawns. But I actually might. I'll go queen f7. Make sure that I defend this twice, and then I could take on f6 with the rook. Basically whatever would happen. So yeah, I think that doesn't work. Knight g6. So what else? I think I'll just take... Yeah, I'll just take on e6 here. Or is the rook coming to an attack somehow? Possibly, however, might not bother me that much. What am I gonna take? What happens then? How the position look like? The position will be quite bad. I'll go rook e8. I think. Yeah, damn, okay, let's go down that line. Oh, wow, okay. Oh my god. So this is even better. Oh, damn. I saw it once I played it, that then the g6 pawn is a problem. And that, yeah, not only the e6 pawn. Yeah, now it's over. Now it's over. Maybe not on the spot if I play rook e8. Oh my god, it is. You can even take on e8. That's quite beautiful. You can take, then push f7. It's not seen. It's not spotted. However, yeah, now there's that fork. I'll defend with the bishop. Try to use the bishop. Maybe create checkmate threat. Maybe create one checkmate threat. Could make something, okay. I'll now push the d3 pawn. Yes, it is a sacrifice in theory. However, I could then go queen f7. And it might give me a bit more defense. Now the h6 pawn is undefended. I'll take the g file now. And then this. The pressure f6 and defend. King h7. I can go to g5 and maybe rook f5 now. No, that is not fine actually. That would be a pain, and I had to see what's coming after that in that line. I'm being very brave now. Let's take, it might not be a good idea, but let's go for it. Oh wow, and we are so low. Okay, I mean, I kind of knew that we are low, but yeah. So I take it indeed in a crazy time scramble where things were okay. Apparently, Queen e5 is winning, but yeah, everything else is a draw. And here it's a draw too. If I go queen g6, Okay. Yeah, I mean, I actually, yeah, solved the problem, kinda. Because here, yeah, you can see I'm just lost. D3 was the best. And then here, you don't take the pawn, right? Although you can, apparently. Still, it is winning. Where was the turn? I think the turn was when White lost the pawn, right? That would make sense. Yeah, right now. Okay, but I survived it. Flagging not the best way to win, and yeah, I don't really like that. Even if I win, I'm not really the happiest version of myself about it. But yeah, sometimes it's just part of it, and to be fair, I get flagged and lose because of the time more often than my opponents, so yeah, sometimes it's simply the other way around too. Okay, martial attack being avoided. I'll play this variation with knight b6 and we're maneuvering the knight to d7. Pawn a4, yeah, here I think you go bishop b7 and then c5. This happened, yeah, okay, knight d2. That makes a lot of sense. I think, honestly, I think it's a main move. And now, yeah, d5. Now I think c4 is the top move and knight b6 is the second best move. But I was studying more the knight b6 line. At least I remember it more. So let's maybe play it. Knight b6. Queen e7, I don't know if that's... Oh yeah, it is. It is, I think. Yeah, it is something you play. Because you go after this. So yeah, I take now. And then, is it now? Is that move now? Because I still know this position. I was studying it. I'm still in the book, even though I spent a minute more than my opponent. Yeah, here I'm quite sure that it is bishop c8. It was there somewhere. But knight c4. Immediately played. So maybe the variation was a bit different though, because this is not what is supposed to happen. That definitely is not what is supposed to happen. I can go a5. Let's try a5. Yes, I know it is already attacked twice and defended twice now. Might fall. Might fall. Is this bothering me in any way? I don't really see a problem. Okay, this might be a small problem. But I'll get this spin. That was my idea. Get this spin. And it's not that easy to dodge it. I think you have to go knight f d2. Is this something? Yeah, so yeah, knight f d2 actually happens. And then it could be fine, in fact. I'll go bishop b5 definitely to hit the rook. And now I could bring the bishop into the defense, but I think it is better to hit the knight. I'm threatening to win a piece now, but it is fairly easy to defend against this. You just gotta move the queen. Yeah. And I got f5. Yeah, I got f5. Gives e4, which something I realized once I played it only, not before. There's still the pressure on the knight, so cannot really move this knight. Because, yeah, you would lose this. This one. Queen b3. Hitting the bishop. Got it. I could open up the f-file and create a nice attack on f2 while white is trying to take my pawn here. That is one idea I have. Because unfortunately, queen d7 isn't an option, queen e8 isn't an option, queen b8 is, or is it? Yes, it is because of this attack. Queen b8 is an option, but I think it's better to go active. So I'll take. And then take. Then bishop h4. Yeah, I'll try that. Also, but in many lines, I could counterattack b2. Let's go here now. Possibly g3 is a move. But that will weaken the king more, and h3, and maybe I could sack. Not yet. Unfortunately, I think could not sack it immediately. Which could be a problem. Since, yeah, it was kind of... That was the whole point. But I can go queen f6, I'm pretty sure. Something will have to defend this pawn. Then perhaps I can take. Oh wow. This could be working. Yeah, this actually very well could be working. Because you cannot defend, or yeah, you cannot defend f2 and f1 at the same time. You cannot push the pawn. I take. And whoever you defend, I could take, let's say, I don't know, queen c2. I will take, pawn takes back, and then I give this check and rook f2. Or if rook e2, I take again, and then rook f1, and I take the rook. So yeah, actually, active counterplay seems very nice, and g3 was not a move after all, or at least I can't see a response now for white that would not lose maybe even the whole game. Although, yeah, it is possible that, yeah, I will just take and white will just defend somehow again. But yeah, for now, I'll definitely take. And then there simply is this tactic. And it's working, and it would be definitely even more with the queen checking. So yeah, I can take on g3. And yeah, like I said, rook just comes back to defend. There are lines where I could attack the knight. Could go after it. After the knight. Can also move the bishop back. And progress later. Because this might be a little drawish. Possibly. So I go there, knight d6 though. Wait a second. Knight d6 I take and I threaten mate, and if you take, there's a mate too. And if you push, it would have to be good for me. There is no way it would not be. The king is just so weak. No. Though definitely a safe option was to move the bishop and save checks or you know what, it's other things. Maybe just bishop h4 back. I would keep defending d6 by the queen. Moving f pawn not possible. Possible checks on the g file. Queen f3 maybe was there. Okay. So we are actually playing this. Okay, I gotta take the knight. I don't think I can get away with capturing either of these pawns. The upper pawn attacking another one, and the king is very weak, and now this pawn is actually successfully defended. Do not even fall. The pawn is defended. If I would take, there would be a forced queen trade, which I'm not sure if I'm all for it. Queen e4. Maybe he forces the queen trade anyway. Well, it almost forces it. Yeah, but I'll go back. I'll go back. The queen is stuck defending this rook now. This rook is stuck defending b2. And yeah, I should still be more active. Okay, pawn c4. Pawn c4, trying to chase my queen away. Which might very well be successful. Okay, I'll go to d2 and hit h3. Zigzag around, but yeah, now the king defends. Now the king defends it. I'll go up though. Maybe try to double up. Maybe rook h6. Now I don't even have to defend that pawn. So yeah. Let's double up. We both got a weak pawn. I'm just up this amazing e5 pawn. You know what? Why not do rook h6? Why not to play rook h6? And force perhaps further weakening. Maybe h5 now. I have also rook f4. Okay, I'll go in with rook f4. I can go rook d8. Could be interesting if I would need to defend the pawn. Can double up, but yeah, it's still just a pawn, kind of. Kind of in a way it is, but yeah, I get that rook d8 and rook b6, queen b6 and queen d8. Yeah, queen b6 would attack this pawn. Okay, I'll go h5, but there's no time to count for me. Can't count that fast. Unable to do so, but once I'll hit the rook. So this pawn will be still defended. I'm exposing my own king with this move a little, but this rook is very active and it can remain there for eternity. And I would take rook f3 could be coming. Now I'm attacking g4. You gotta stop it with your queen. I'm gonna take, and that's another pawn, because I'll take the rook. Oh wow, and there's a resignation. Well, it's not even playing. And yeah, I guess the reason is quite simple. Because you kind of gotta take. Yeah, you gotta take, otherwise you're gonna get checkmated. And here, I guess that there is no way to dodge a queen trade. I can even take. But I think, yeah, there is no way there is a way to dodge a queen trade. There could be though, but yeah, I don't think it's that hard to trade queens, and then king pawn endgame is very easy. But well, this game was actually very nice. Where did I actually gain that advantage? Yeah, it was over here. Rook b8 was the only move, but this started the winning plan. Indeed. Here, no, you take on e4. And here g3 was bad, yeah. Rook e2 or f3 and white's better, apparently. No, not that much better, but better. f3, yeah, these two moves. But I felt like f3. Okay, I'm still defending, but I felt like f3 would weaken dark squares around really a lot, and I got a dark squad bishop. And rook e2, yeah, actually against rook e2, I don't really know what would I play. Apparently rook f4 is the best, and I would have a fine position. Yeah, knight d2, apparently forced, and yeah, so it was actually pretty good idea, I think. But yeah, definitely g3, and yeah, queen f6, and you're already +3. That's how brutal this was. No stopping bishop takes g3 or queen f2. Wow. Okay, we are actually approaching 2 hours now. And we got a nice win. And yeah. Gained, I think, 11 rating points. Maybe I had one more loss, but that was caused by that 2600 rated opponent. Which, well, was a very nice game and well fought, but I felt just a bit short in that one. But yeah, this game, like I said, very nice. Gained a little, and overall, I would say nice stream. And hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something. And yeah, see you tomorrow in another